Hello, Jester's World. I come to you with another interview here on Championship Day week. That means lots of cool stuff happening this week because Championship Day is coming up on Saturday. Here, I'm sitting with two students who are competing against each other. You should have heard how rough and mean they were getting ready for this interview. They're competing against each other, Margot of Riverside and Bella of Del Sol. Both of them just so happen to be nominated for League MVP this year. So we did a whole MVP video that came out earlier this year, and then even a first team All Jesters main stage cast video where we speak about both of them in that video, plus everyone that was a part of that award. And because they're actually competing in the championship, we figure why not talk to them for a second. So here, let's do some summary kind of stuff. Let's bring everyone up to speed on our feelings and our thoughts. Bella, tell me about your year. How cool is this to be in the position you're in?
Well, it's kind of it felt like almost like a very good ending, like a solid ending. It was very rewarding and nice to hear. I've been doing improv. I'm only like a 3-year improver, and I know that a lot of times seniors are like 4 years. And so it was really exciting to see that people like watching me. And this year I've kind of noticed improv going from I've did pre-pandemic improv and I was a sophomore. And so watching it go from pre-pandemic to post-pandemic, where I was kind of someone who would just always kind of sit in the background and I felt like I could do whatever I wanted, to someone who is now teaching and watching people learn from me. It was kind of a cool thing to change this year, and seeing how everything has ended up this year has been, pretty good. It's all ended out pretty well. So this year was a very nice cherry on the top of my improv cake, if that makes sense.
Yeah, improv cake. I want some.
Yeah, it tastes good.
Yeah. Margot, what do you think? Your whole year in a nutshell.
I love nuts and their shells. So let me get started. So this year, wow, it was so very silly and kooky. So I love my team so much. They teach me how to play, and they have brought me to the level that I'm at now. And also, if I didn't have a team, I probably wouldn't be in the championship. So unless I could Survivor all of my shows up until now, and I could just do that in the championship, but that would be very difficult. I don't know. This year, it's been a lot better being back in person. Although being online was funsies, but I love to see people's little faces, and I'm also a very physical performer. So I prefer to make you kneel in front of me instead of just imagining it.
For fun context, our very first league MVP, which is behind me somewhere, Brandon Green, he always asked me, he said, can I just do the show by myself, me and 3 sock puppets? And I would never let him do it. And to this day, he still asks me if I'll let him do it one day. Nonetheless, here, let's pigeonhole this a little bit and talk about something. So there's also something coincidental about the two of you, is that you're, of the MVP candidates, you're the only 2 that aren't 4-year seniors. You are, you're a little different. I don't know, talk to me about being an MVP nominee, about the other MVP nominees, your thoughts there. I'd love to hear it. Let's start with you, Margot.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk smack. I think Erica smells funny. I'm just kidding. She smells amazing. She smells so good. I'm a 3-year sophomore, which is so very quirky. What were the other questions?
I was just talking about the MVP nominees in general, and them being a 4-year, you guys not.
I kind of feel bad.
Why?
Because they've been working on it longer, you know what I mean? And we're just kind of here, they're all seniors, including Bella, and I have 2 more years. So it's like, sorry, I wish someone else was better so they could get my spot.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. I mean, that's exactly how you feel. I know that. I think I could speak for the other 4 in a way. I was just saying, I know that I think everyone's entirely happy of being in this category, regardless of the circumstances of how. Bella, what do you think? How are you feeling about being the guy?
Well, yeah, when I saw that I was nominated, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, with all of these like top notch performers, it was kind of like nice, but I was kind of scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I love watching all these people. Like, I think that one of the only performers that has ever made me cry is Erica doing that monologue. Like, I remember just like sobbing, watching like on the spot monologue performed by Erica. And like, I've like met like everyone, some more briefly than others, and everyone's so nice. And like everyone's so deserving. I like just want to like, what can you just like break it into like 5 different pieces and we can just like all hold a piece,
like Mean Girls, just
yes, the crowd, yes. But being a 3-year improver, yeah, I kind of feel like almost like bad that I'm only a 3-year, but yeah, that's what I have to say.
It's a real feeling. If we did a video with all 6 of you and we were chatting, kind of going down the line, I'm sure everyone would have something to contribute in that vein. I mean, I'm only speaking for you guys in a small capacity, but I understand everyone's got some sort of self-doubt. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in the improv world. If we were all confident human beings, maybe we would be doing other things rather than what we're doing. This is such an explorative way of trying to figure out who we are as people. So being in this category is awesome. I think for me, talking about a noteworthy idea is the group that was a part of the first team Jester's Main Stage cast, and then whittling that down to the MVP category for me was just like, whoa, how that had to be done. And as I sit here, just so you know, we still don't know who the winner of the MVP is yet. Everyone is still casting their votes. So as I sit here, not a lie, Corey, our stage manager, is the one who tallies those votes, and we are working towards figuring out who that person is. But we'll know on championship day. Talk to me about your teams. Talk to me about, you guys made the championship. How do you feel about? Are they excited? Are they emotional? Are they nervous? Tell me what they're doing and thinking and feeling. Bella, go for it.
So I've just been like looking back at pictures and videos of like us winning both against like both of the Elite 8 and the top 4 like wins, and you can just see like our genuine like passion in the photos. And when we like got announced that we were moving on both times, like you could see us like we're jumping, our faces look crazy in all of our pictures, because I know that everyone on my team, including me, but specifically the 3 seniors that I was playing with, are so extremely passionate. And this is something that they've wanted since they've walked through the doors their freshman years. And so it's like such an exciting, like rewarding thing. And I know that they're so like emotional and passionate about it, because it's just one of those like dream things that you're like, oh, it will never happen, but wouldn't it be nice? And like to finally be able to like feel just making it to the top 2. I've been telling my team, like already just saying we've made it to championships is like enough for us, being like we've already like made like history, like being the first school to like host, and like I feel like we've already made it. And it's so rewarding to see the 4 of us have been like really good friends. We've been in theater and classes and stuff with each other since freshman year and stuff, and so it feels like we've kind of moved, like we're a family that's like done something together. So it's just so rewarding. Yeah.
You're a family that hasn't gotten divorced yet, is what you're saying.
Right. Basically, yeah.
Good. Those are good. Those are statistics. Margot, tell me about your team. Where are you at?
So my family actually has divorced like so many times. And we just remarry over and over again. Because we love to perform truly and genuinely, and we did not know if we were going to be able to get this far. We thought that our show with Northwest in the Elite Eight it may have been our last, and we really we put 110% in everything we do. Like all of our members, they all have other extracurriculars that they do, and when it comes to improv, we all just have to like buckle down and put our heads together and figure it out. And I have a team who's like so wonderful, who's willing to do that, and who has these big personalities, and improv really is so important to them. And it brings us together when we are having divorces. And that's when we get married again, is back on the stage. And our team situation and like practices has been like really difficult this year with like coaching and like our school and our theater program. It's because we have a new theater teacher, so things are kind of messy. And just the fact that we've been able to get to the championship is absolutely mind-blowing to everyone on our team. We are so grateful. It's so important to us. And like, we love.
I'm always a firm believer that everyone plays a role, and in order to do this really well, we have to know kind of where our roles are. So another thing that I think about when I think of you two is the role that you play being very similar. You both talk about how passionate your teammates are, and how big and expressive and whatnot they are. I mean, that's kind of the same boat. You guys are playing a role here, which is, it's not terribly coincidental. You both are nominated for MVP. When you have these personalities around you, is we all fit into our parts. So sometimes maybe we're the younger performer that doesn't have a lot of experience yet, and we're trying to figure out what that role is. But everyone's got a role, and it always overlaps, always helps us be in where we want to be in our next step. Well, dare I ask the question? Because I'm not gonna put you in the spot and say, who do you guys think is gonna win the championship? That would be mean, because half the reason why we're talking in this video is me. Are you guys pointing at me? Oh my God, you guys are pointing at, I'm gonna win. Thanks guys. I'm so happy that you guys gave me this and that I get to win it. And I'm gonna put this in my own personal trophy. It's big. No, I was gonna ask, who do you guys think is going to win the MVP award? What is your opinion? You have zero influence on who is going to win. It is completely outside the realm. And by the time your video is posted to anyone out there, I will know who wins it. So this will be a complete opinion that we're putting out in the world of what you think and feel.
Let's remember. So it's Althea.
Yep.
Jenna.
Yep.
Erica, Isaiah,
Yep.
Bella, me. I'm gonna get rid of me, my own vote, because that's kind of weird and I can't self-perceive. So I'm gonna do it with a 5 and just like think like I need a silence for a second. So don't talk. I'm kidding, you can talk actually.
Oh, okay.
You took the lead. So go ahead, Bella. You go first.
Okay. So I think I'm gonna take myself out of it. So we're down to 5. The person that so there's one performer that I feel like stands out on this list, and every time you guys talk about this performer in the recap, I completely agree with everything you guys say. I think that Althea, the way that she just says whatever she thinks and it just works, it just sticks. Like I love watching Althea's performances because like she always can just turn a scene into something. I remember a couple I don't remember when it was, but I remember it was Cimarron, and it was I think Wekta with Aaron, West Side. And I remember I was watching it and there was the scene with the red button and it was just like, oh, don't press the button. And I just remember like dying of laughter. It was like I was laughing in the back louder than anyone else. And I remember just catching myself laughing watching Althea, because just as a performer, they're so like magnetizing and they just say anything. They're just they just say everything, and it kind of almost reminds me of sometimes like song performing, and like song just like says things, and it's so funny, and like, yeah, so that's my pick.
It's a good comparison. Song also is a weird, just type of performer, just falls out. What do you think, Margot? Who's gonna win?
You know, that was such a good argument for Althea. I'm going between Althea and Bella or Jenna. So I'll just make like a quick argument for all three. So like all three of them are gonna win. So Jenna is just so brilliant in the way that she does scene work, and she can always progress the scene, and she's just so careful, and she does everything correctly, and it's mind-blowing. Bella, everything you do is so charismatic and like perfect. Like, oh my god, like, are you like available? But like like everything that you do, like physically, like it works so well. You look like you're in a silent film. Like, oh, like everything it's so perfect. And then Althea, like everything that you said, she's just so she really draws a crowd in, and everything that she says is so charismatic, and it's so funny. She's literally so funny. Literally, just when she's talking backstage, it's so funny. And she learns how she can like make scenes work when they're kind of going poopy.
Poopy scenes. Fair enough. Okay, then one final challenge for your interview. I would like to see a preview of your championship show, but a non-verbal preview. So I'm going to give you both 20 seconds to stand up and start your championship show right here, right now, against each other, non-verbally. No sounds. Both of you at the same time. Timer is running, and begin. I'll call it. We'll call it right there.
I'm wearing pajama pants too.
I see that. that was
the championship.
That was the championship. That took me back to flashbacks of last year improv.
No.
I know it's so easy to just dismiss. It's easy to dismiss it and go, man, online improv, what were we doing? But you two were some of the best doing it. So, okay. This has been a little chat with two of our MVP nominees that you will see in the championship show, regardless of who wins the MVP award. You'll also see Bella in the All-Star show. So Bella's got a busy little day on championship day. We will see you all very soon.